Start of a new month. It's Tuesday, March 1st. Tuesday, new day of the week. Yeah, but I've got a big trade right here to show off here in a moment, and a pair of TTMs. First up, initials are BS. It comes to us from Santa Ana, California. It's a pitcher from back in the 1960s, the late 60s, I believe. Maybe into the 70s as well, if I remember right. Should be Mr. Bill Stoneman, we're going to see here. Yes, indeed, and Bill Stoneman signed all three cards that I sent. Show you these two right here off the top. Blue ballpoint pen signature on those. Happy to get those in. Got a second one here that I had no idea was coming. No postmark on it. Initials are LJ. So your guess on this one is as good as mine. I do not know who this is going to be. So let's all join in the surprise here, I guess. So what do we got? Ah, yes, this is Larry Johnson, former running back for the Kansas City Chiefs for Penn State. Signed all three cards I sent. There's two of them right there. Happy to get those ones back. One of the top running backs of the mid-2000s. And like I said, a trade here. It's going to have a, it's partially a trade, partially a private signing I picked up in trade. So, some cool stuff coming here, though. So, hockey and baseball, both out of this one. The hockey stuff is especially cool, I think. So, let's see here. Make sure we're emptied out. We are. Nicely packaged there between a whole lot of cardboard. Taped quite well. It's a trade that I made with a guy on sportscollectors.net. Also runs a company that does some private signings out on the East Coast. But he said, hey, yeah, you've got a couple cards I need for some sets I'm doing. Is there anything coming up with any of our private signings or in our online store that you'd be interested in? So I kind of looked around and, there we go. Kind of looked around a little bit just to see what I could find. And, yeah, came across some pretty cool stuff on there. So one was a private signing, and there's a couple of trade items in here as well. So first off, we'll go with the private signing. And that was this one from Marty Barrett. You'll notice that one is from the Topps All-Time Fan Favorites series. I tried TTMing this to him back when I first started doing the set, and it took forever to get back to me, like 7 years to get back to me. He signed the other three cards I sent and put in a note that said that he won't sign this one because of a contract agreement. And I don't know what the contract agreement was or anything. Like, wow, that sucks. So I just kind of, chalked it up as one that I would never be able to get signed for that set. And then when I saw he had Marty Barrett as a private signing, I messaged and I said, there's a Barrett card that I need, but I'm not sure if he signs it. And the guy running it, he said, yeah, we haven't had Barrett put down any embargoes against anything, so go ahead and send it. Should sign it just fine. And I didn't hear anything back for a while. I'm starting to think, oh, God, did he not sign it? They're trying to figure out how to reimburse me on this when it was a trade and everything. But he said, nope, we just got it back in today. Nothing was said about anything that wouldn't be signed. Messaged me a couple days later and said, yeah, here it is, or there it is. It's signed and everything, headed on back to you. So there it is, one that I didn't think I was going to get for the all-time fan favorite set. Very happy to receive that as well. So, got a couple of other items I picked up in that trade as well. First one is a fight photo. Right there, Sean Thornton throwing down against somebody for Nashville. I looked it up to see who it was. I forget who it was now, but it has the Perry Sports Legends authentication sticker there at the bottom. That's the company that does all of those, and that I trade with the guy from. And this one on the back is the really cool one here. Hall of Fame hockey player, goalie Jerry Cheevers with his famous Stitch mask. Signed right down there. Got the authentication sticker there as well. As soon as I saw that, I'm thinking, ooh, that's one I'd really like to get right there. And so, worked out a trade. Got all that stuff. A set hit, a couple items right there. And, of course, my TTMs. So, great way to start out the month of March. Hopefully, we can have a whole lot more coming up right after this. Hey everybody, Wednesday the 2nd. Typically Wednesdays have kind of sucked for my mail, but I have an eBay purchase and 3 TTMs to check out here, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. First off, let's go with that eBay purchase, since I know exactly what this one is. So, it's another little addition for the Corey Snyder collection. I'm down to really only needing a lot of really oddball kind of stuff, and this definitely fits the definition of oddball. I mean, let me see here if I can get into this. So I have an eBay notification set so that it lets me know anytime that there is some kind of rare, error, oddity, anything on Corey Snyder out there. Most of the time lately, it's been idiots trying to pass off these missing period 1990, 91, 89, whatever Donruss cards. Ones that are missing the period in the ink abbreviation on the back. Trying to pass those off as being some kind of awesome, hard-to-find rarity. I don't care about those in the slightest, and they're really not that rare. But once in a while, you find something really interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen one of these. Now, any Topps Heritage collectors out there may know that recently they've started using the flip stock error, as they call it, where the back is printed on the front stock and the front is printed on the back stock. Well, apparently those actually did exist at some point. I'm guessing these may have just been printed as a full sheet or a full series of sheets possibly, and supposed to be destroyed, but ended up going out the back door. But I found a 1988 Topps Corey Snyder flip stock. You can see the front of the card is printed on the back stock there with the gray. Turn it over, and the back is printed on white there, which was probably supposed to be the front stock. So, really cool to find this. I didn't think that existed. I thought there was some, stupid thing drummed up by Topps, and no, it turns out that these things are legit. So, happy to find that. Happy to add one to the collection there. I'm always looking for anything like that with Corey Snyder. So, if there's anybody out there who happens to have some of those, let me know. I'd be interested in them. So, moving on. We've got some TTMs right here, 3 of them to be exact. Sort of the one that I'm least certain of. The initials on this one are CB, and it's coming from Austin, Texas. I think this might be Chris Bando. He's been signed through Pass Pros. I wasn't aware that he was signed through Pass Pros when I mailed this, so excuse me, we'll see if he actually signed it or if I'm going to get a notification saying to buy it through there. And wow, I'll be damned, he actually did sign the cards that I sent. I sent 4, and he actually enclosed an extra 5th one here as well. One of the what is this? It's a Unlimited Potential, the UPI Jesus cards out there. So sent one of those, but also show you these ones, the 83 and 87 Topps cards right there. And a couple of multiplayer project pieces here that we'll be getting started on here. If he signs, I'm going to be sending these off to Tom Brennan next, is the 81 and 82 Topps cards there. He signed both of those. So cool, great stuff there. I sent these back in like late 2020, so it's been out there a while, over a year, about a year and a half now it took to get those back, but super happy to get those. I was not expecting that at all. Moving on, we have LP from Miami, Florida. I think this is going to be a Kansas City A's player from the early 60s, Leo Posada, that we'll be seeing in here. Well, let's find out. And yes, indeed it is. Signed both cards, personalized in blue ballpoint pen. Good stuff right there. 1961 Topps, 1962 Topps. I think those may have been the only sets he was in, but I'm not totally certain on that. Last one, the initials on this one are DE, and it comes to us from Oakland, California. This was one that I sent to Massachusetts, got sent out to Oakland for this particular guy, and finally returns to me. This would be Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley, who did indeed sign both of the set cards that I sent. So, very happy to get those ones back. He's been back to signing here lately. And yeah, that's pretty cool right there. So, thanks again for tuning in. Got some stuff for sets, for various projects, all that kind of fun stuff. Pretty good day and totally unexpected here at the mailbox. So, we'll have some more coming tomorrow. Hey everybody, it's Thursday, March 3rd. One TTM to check out here. Comes from Santa Clarita, California. The initials on it are MY. I think we're going to see a duel completed right here, as I believe this is going to be Matt Young, former pitcher for several teams. Mariners, Red Sox, Dodgers, maybe with the A's for a little bit. Don't remember now. But yes, indeed, we do have Matt Young, and he did indeed sign all 4 cards I sent. Biggest one being this one right here that I sent off to Pat Putnam several weeks ago. Got it back signed by Putnam. Now I've got Young on it as well, and so there you go. Nice little completed duel right there for the 80 from the 84 Topps set. Not a set I'm working on at all. These make for excellent trade bait, though, I've noticed. So, hang on to it there, see if I find somebody who's working on the 84 set who has something I need for a 72 or a Diamond King or something like that. Speaking of trades, got a private signing I just mailed off to, got a trade I just agreed to as well. It's going to knock out a Diamond King for me. So, yeah, whenever I have that in, we'll have that coming up, and probably sometime next week here. So, coming up in probably about 10-15 minutes, hopefully, somewhere around there. It is March 4th, and I did so. Okay, so it only got one slight laugh. But anyways, yeah, so it's March 4th. Got one TTM here and a purchase that's kind of cool to show off here. So some of you may know my wife is a big fan of the Colorado Avalanche.
A little bit.
And here in Arlington, we've got this great restaurant. It's called the Taste of Europe. And they're a Eastern European restaurant. And with all the crap going down between Russia and Ukraine, they took the word Russian off of their restaurant to try to focus on, just be pro-Ukraine and positivity there. I think they had Russian borscht on me. They've now said it's Ukrainian borscht from here on. But they have a whole lot of, Russian, Eastern European food and products there. And up front, they had these Russian nesting dolls. And so we're on our way out after having dinner with a friend there tonight. And I look, and there's one with a Colorado Avalanche player on it. And so I mentioned it to my wife, and she immediately goes over and asks, is this for sale? And they're like, oh, yeah, everything is pretty much for sale. So got the price on it, and she's like, yeah, we're going to be getting that. So a Colorado Avalanche Russian nesting doll. Looks like hand-painted as well. Outside is Valerie Kamensky. Sorry if I open up and show all the different parts.
I'll allow it.
All right, she'll allow it. Good. So Kamensky on the outside. There we go. It's good. It fits tightly, but it's good. Inside of that was Alexei Gusarov, former defenseman. Inside of that one is Sean Donovan. Inside of the Sean Donovan one, this one's backwards, so give me a second here. We're fine, I'm being careful. Inside of Sean Donovan is the Patrick Waugh goalie, Waugh 33. And the innermost one is the Latvian defenseman, Sandis Ozolinsh. Is number 8 on the back. So when we saw that, it's like, yeah, kind of have to get that now. So, really cool addition right there. And got it on sale as well. I guess there's a little bit of discoloration on one of the spots or something like that. So, I'll get it. I can put it back. We're fine. I'm being very careful with it. That outer one is a little bit sticky, but that's about it. So there we go. Came across that, and it's like, yeah, that's just too cool. So there you go. And yeah, she snaps it right back from me there. Anyways, one TTM partially open on the top there, but hopefully everything's still inside. No postmark on it. The initials on it are DP. I think this is going to be one for my Diamond Kings collection. I'm not totally certain on that, though, so let's find out. It's the only DP I could think of. And yes, that is exactly who we have here. And it is the artist of the Diamond Kings cards, Mr. Dick Perez. So this is from the 83 Donruss set. I had forgotten that it existed. And you may remember a couple of months ago, I just picked up a random rack pack of 83 Donruss. Just figured I'd see what I could get. And didn't get any of the big rookies at all, but I did at least get the Dick Perez checklist Diamond Kings card there. So sent that off to him, got it back signed. Got one more to knock out there for the Diamond Kings collection. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have some stuff coming up on Saturday right after this. And if not, we'll be hitting next week then, hopefully, right after this. Show up some more stamps as well, so we'll be mailing a lot out, too. It's March 5th. I suggest you do so doesn't work so well with March 5th as it does with March 4th, unfortunately. But got a TTM. As you can see right there, who it came back from. It'll be Stephanie Brown Trafton, who is a Olympic athlete in the discus, I believe, if I remember correctly. But she had a card in the we call it the Alan Ginter sets. And so, friend Chris gave me a couple copies of that to send off, so one of these will go to him, one of them is mine, and there you go. Good stuff right there. So, finishing off the week strong, and I think this makes 8 mail days in a row with a response, which is pretty darn good, because throughout 2021 and into 2022, it was always either seemed like Tuesdays I'd never get anything, then once the Postal Service stuff was put in place, it became Wednesdays I would never get anything, and somehow this past week, I got stuff on both Tuesday and Wednesday. So, yeah, good stuff. The streak continues. Hopefully it rolls on a little bit longer, and we'll have some more right after this. Hey, everybody. Monday, March 7th, I have a heck of a pile of stuff right here to look through, so let's go ahead and jump on that. So, let's start things out. I've got 3 TTMs and 4 purchases/trades. So we'll go ahead and jump in on those purchases/trades first. It comes to me from Arizona. A trade that I just made recently. I think was a trade. Yeah, this is the trade. And it'll add me one for my Diamond Kings set. which you'll see right here. 1991 Don Russ, Chuck Finley. Picked that up in a trade via a Facebook group dedicated to Diamond Kings autograph collectors. Dude had a bunch that I needed, but unfortunately, I think he ended up getting trade offers on all of them before he responded to mine. So, only got the one there, but still very happy to receive that one. Gave up my 93 Diamond Kings Juan Gonzalez to get that one. So, yeah, not bad overall. I mean, Gonzalez is a good TTMer, and I'm not collecting 93 Diamond Kings at all, so easy trade to make. This one right here, this is going to be a purchase. I bought some stuff at the holiday sale from the Trove Sports Den, which I showed off back when I got those in. And Adam said, hey, I couldn't find the one Dwight Gooden for you. I'll keep an eye out, though, and see if I come across it. And posting a bunch of Gooden stuff up for sale. I'm like, hey, that's the one right there. He's like, perfect. Put it aside for you. It's all yours, and there it is. Be the this 2013 Topps Archives, 72 style, the ones I'm working on. So, excuse me, glad to get that one back. This one, wow, this one's gotten beaten around pretty nice. Coming from Canada there, you see a lot of do not bend, but do not drop in the mud apparently was not written on there. But it looks to have made it through safely. We'll find out inside here. But this was a private signing that I paid for my Topps Total hockey set. This will reduce me down to needing only 6 more on the set. And there it is, Mr. Tommy Salo. Glad to get that one in. Put the authenticity sticker on the back and a certificate there as well. The info. So, yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Receipt there too. So, perfect. That's 3 set needs right there off of these envelopes. One other here. I have no idea what's in this one, though. This one is from Las Vegas. Reno Avenue, Suite L. I'm trying to think, who have I sent to in Vegas or done anything with in Vegas? I don't know. So this is going to be a little bit of a surprise to me and to all of us. So just going to go ahead and we'll clip the top off of this rather than try to tear through it. These scissors are not the best I've ever used. There we go. Now they're going. Now they're moving. Now they're moving. Hey, yeah, there we go. One more snip right there. So, Vegas. Looks like it's a signed photo of some sort. Ah, yes, of course. It's an email request I'd forgotten that remember making, but forgot that I had to mark it down as that I made it, and there you go. Penn and Teller 8x10 photo right there. I'm a huge Penn Jillette fan. Used to listen to his podcast all the time, and I mean, Teller is a freaking genius on top of that, so really happy to add this one, and really cool stuff right there. So, there we go. Very quick response on that, too. It was only a matter of days before that one got back to me. Moving right along, let's check out these TTMs right here. I know who 2 out of the 3 are. Let's go with the ones that I know first. This one is J.O. from Santa Clarita, California. I believe this is going to be a member of the Pirates, Jared Oliva. One for the Topps Heritage High Numbers. Feels like there might be something else in here, too. A little short note, it appears. Drew, thanks for the letter. Would be happy to sign the card for you. Hope you have a great day. And there you go, Jared Oliva. Card number 644 in the high numbers release. Well, the second one I've gotten for that one, and great signature on it too. Use the right pen and everything. Gotta love when they do that. Don't mind the personalization either, so cool stuff right there. Moving right along, we also have JR from Mid-Island, New York, and I think we've got another cartoonist right here on this one. You may remember a while back I sent to Bunny Host, something like that, from the Lockhorns. Well, her partner in drawing the comic is John Reiner. I believe that's who we're going to have right here, and yes, indeed it is. And he's got a quick sketch there of Leroy Lockhorn saying, "Hi, Drew," and signs it right next to it. So there you go. Great stuff right there. I always love adding these little sketches like that, and I've gotten a bunch of them here in just the first 2 months I've been doing this. So fun stuff there. Last one I've got, I do not know who this is. The initials on her MM. It's from El Paso, Rio Grande. Put some notes on because I looked it up and I'm like, okay, this might be Mark May, who's in Mesa, Arizona. Might be Mario Mendoza, who's in Tucson. Less chance that it's Mercury Morris because he's in Florida, or it might be Mike Miner, who might be doing some stuff in South Texas in place of spring training. That's my guess at least, but we're all gonna be surprised. I'm gonna take a guess and say Mike Miner, but I'm far from certain on this. Feels like a few cards in there. Either way, it's gonna have a set hit if it's one of those guys. So There we go. No, this is Mario Mendoza. All right. And Mario did indeed sign all 4 cards that I sent. Show off these 2 right here because one of them is a big set hit right there for the Topps fan favorite set there with the Mariners. So, really happy to get that one back. Mendoza was tough to find for a few years there, and suddenly he started signing up a ton. So, got strike while the iron's hot on that. So, there you go. Great stuff coming in here. A lot of stuff for the sets that I'm doing and just some other generic cool stuff as well. Thanks for tuning in. Great start to the week. Hope there's going to be some more coming up right after this. I think I'm on a 9-day streak right now of successes. So, unexpected and very happy to have that. Tuesday, March 8th. Got one in the mail. Initial listener DS is coming to us from Champaign, Illinois, and I believe we're going to have a Dick Schofield success right here. Dick Schofield Sr., of course, his son, Dick Schofield Jr., played for the Angels and Blue Jays back in the 80s and 90s. This is the older one, who's a former Pittsburgh Pirate. And we do indeed have Schofield here. Cardinals and Red Sox cards, actually. He was, Cardinals, Pirates, Giants. One of the LA teams, I'm not sure if it's the Angels or the Dodgers, then the Yankees, then the Dodgers, then the Cardinals, and the Red Sox. So there we go. Covered every team there, but yeah. There's a couple of those. Signed all 3 cards I sent. There's 2 of them right there. So there you go. Good stuff today. Streak rolls on now. I believe this is 10 days in a row where I've had a success. Hopefully it's going to keep on going tomorrow. You'll find out right after this. Thursday, March 10th, which means if you're scoring at home, even if you're alone, the streak ended at 10 days of successes. Let's see here. So, got 3 items in the mailbox, though. 4 if you include my jury duty summons. But, yeah, so let's go in order here. We're going to go with this one first, which is a purchase that I made from Bill Brooks on Facebook. A little bit of a help on one of my sets right here. Made a second purchase from him as well, which you'll be seeing probably early part of next week, middle of next week, somewhere around there. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of help with the Diamond Kings project, and you'll see right there, picked up a Ivan DeJesus autograph. $7 on that one, including shipping. He's occasionally signs by mail, but not super reliable, so I figured, you know what, $7, I'll go ahead and pick that up. So there you go, fun stuff. Next one, let's go with the TTM right here. This is going to be from RB in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Be a Steelers running back. Yes, boo hiss, I know. But it's a guy who's a reliable signer. I figure, you know what, while he's signing, I might as well go ahead and send out to him. And so I did send off to Mr. Rocky Blyer. And he signed both of the cards that I had in there. Very happy to get those ones back. That's I've gotten 3 of these Notre Dame ones signed. Not really sure how many of those guys are in that set signed by mail, but anytime I come across one, it's like, yeah, might as well send it out. So there you go. They look good signed and everything. Last one, St. Louis, Missouri. The initial honor is CF, and this one comes from a private signing that I got in on via sportscollectors.net. It's going to add 1 to the Diamond Kings project and 1 to just a multi-signed card where I had 1 done, and figure, you know what, I might as well go for the second one on it as well, and that is Mr. Cecil Fielder. Very nice signature there on that 91 Diamond King right there. And to go along with that, I had the 1993 Upper Deck Teammates card with the Motown Mashers. Has him and Mickey Tettleton on it. A friend was able to get Tettleton on it for me, so I figured, you know what, $10 to get Fielder on it. Let's do this. So there you go. That one's signed by both. And that's the second one that I've gotten done out of these Teammates cards from the 93 Upper Deck set. Not something I'm ever going to work on as a complete set or anything like that, but always fun to get done if you can. So I've got that one. I've got the Rangers one that has Canseco, Pudge Rodriguez, Palmero, and Juan Gonzalez all on it. Signed by all 4 of them. So it's always fun working on those. So glad to get that Fielder one back and done and everything. So there you go. Good stuff. New stuff for the sets there. Stuff by mail, stuff that I paid for, whatever you got. Hopefully, we're going to have some more coming up on Friday right after this. Hopefully, going to be getting some stamps in the mail here this week as well, so I can start cranking out a whole bunch more. Hello, Friday, March 11th, and Aubrey's here.
I am. Hi.
She's got 2 things. I've got 4 here, so...
Somebody was an overachiever.
A little bit. You want to go with yours first?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so this first one came from North Texas somewhere.
Nice. Keep it local.
That's right. I can't open it. Okay, here it is.
Hey.
I need a drum roll. Can we like add in a drum roll? Thank you. Thank you. Jim Kern.
Oh, the emu. Nice.
Why is he called the emu?
I don't know if they say kind of looks like one, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he was
I don't know.
pitched for a bunch of teams. He was with the Indians, the Rangers, the Reds.
He looks happy too, and he signed all 4. Oh, did he? No, he didn't. I thought he changed pens. But I think it's just.
I think I think it was printed on there, and so he kind of signed over where it was printed on and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
This one went to both of the places, or to my old address. And then they had to send it to my new one.
Cool.
So I guess I should know the address. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't care about my new address. Really, you guys can visit me. Anyway, this one came from Kitty Hawk. And Steve Farr. And I accidentally sent him 5, and he signed all 5 of them.
He is a great signer, so.
Yay!
Former Royals, Yankees, Indians. Not sure who else, but those 3.
Those are fine, but Royals, all of these are Royals cards too, I think.
Yep. There you go. Cool. So there you go. There's Aubrey's that she got. I've got 4 sitting here. I know who 2 of them are. I'm not sure about the other 2. So
should like more surprises, Drew.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with the ones that I know first.
Okay.
We'll build up to the surprises here. So first one, TB are the initials on this one. It's from South Suburban Illinois, just outside Chicago, I think. And I think this one is going to be Tom Brennan, former Indians pitcher. I mentioned him a couple of weeks ago on here. Might be at the very start of this video, for all I remember. I see you.
Do you want me to open the other ones while you...
Sure, if you want to. Yeah.
I'll just...
Great.
Yeah,
saves me a little time. Yeah. But yeah, Tom Brennan. So I sent to Chris Bando and got a couple of cards back from him that they both are on together. And yeah, he signed both of those as well right there, the 81 and 82 Topps cards. And so Sandy Whittall is going to be getting this one here. And then we're going to be sending this one off to Von Hayes as well to finish off the trios on those. And he even signed the index card there as well. So they'll print a little custom up there, put a little border on it or something, and go from there like I always do. So what do we got next? Let's go with that one. Yes, let's go with the DK on this one. From Memphis, Tennessee, this is going to be a former Cubs infielder, I believe, Don Kessinger. We'll be seeing in here. There we go. And yes, indeed, it is indeed Don Kessinger there.
Nice.
Signed
I
all
like
4
this
that I
one.
signed.
Sorry.
That one? Oh, yeah.
This one's extra cool, guys.
Yeah, I love those all-star ones like that.
Yes.
That's 1969, I think. 1975, and then 2 from 1970 here as well.
Oh my gosh. I would totally collect the ones that have the news things on them.
Noted. I'll see what I can find there. See if I can dig some up like that.
Another request?
Yeah. So there you go. Don Kessinger. It took about maybe a week and a half, something like that, to turn around. Next one is RP, and I have no idea who this one is. We're getting video bombed. So the initials on it are RP. It did not get postmarked, as you see right there. Nothing there. So I'm completely clueless on this. I do not know who this is going to be because I did not feel like looking up RP throughout my 3,000 things there. And also because on my informed delivery, it covered up the R there. So all I knew was the last initial was P. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, great. Now I really don't know. Right. So who is RP? We've got a drum roll. And it is...
Oh, you got a note.
Roger Penske.
Unless you sent your note back.
Possibility. But yeah, Roger Penske, the NASCAR owner.
Nice.
Right there. And well, IndyCar, I think also. I think he owns a whole bunch of motorsports stuff there.
I have to look because I have some autographs I need to show you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. For race car folks.
And let's see. Yeah, there's the, it is my letter. I don't know if he just used it as protection there or if he wrote something short on it back. Let's find out. And yeah, I think he just used it for protection.
Oh, you don't like asking him so many questions. You got to be nosier. Then they write back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, but still, Roger Penske, that's one that I've been happily awaiting because he's a native of Shaker Heights, Ohio. So my old stomping grounds right there.
I don't know how you feel about the Ohio.
And we've got one more. This one is postmarked from Miami. And this one, either I forgot to write the initials on it or it's from before I started doing that, which means we're talking early half of 2020 or before. So
oh, nice.
That'd be a really long wait that we're looking at here.
Well, that was like the one with my other one. Like I have moved 2 years.
Yeah. And no, this is just I forgot to put the initials on it. So, which that happens sometimes, but very happy to get this one back. It is Niger Morgan, who played for the Nationals, the Brewers, the Pirates. He's a former junior hockey player as well, played for the WHL's Regina Pats, I think, if I remember right. But yeah, there's 2 of the 4 that he signed right there, including the Columbus Clippers card right there. So there you go. So yeah, I just forgot to happen to write the initials there. Yeah, check them out there.
Sweet.
So yeah, there you go. Hello. Oh, goodbye.
Oh, he like put the number that he was doing.
Oh, wow.
Like he put 1 out of 1.
Nice.
2 out of 1.
Nice. Cool. I like that. I like when we do stuff like that.
Right?
So,
I do too.
Yeah. So there you go. So 4 of them in today for me, 2 for Aubrey, and there we go. Hopefully I'll have some more to talk about right after this. It's Saturday the 12th. I've got 3 items in the mailbox here to take a look at. One's a purchase, 2 of them are TTMs. Let's go with the purchase here first. And I think I know at least, yeah, 2 of these are going to have some set help in them, including its purchase here. So, go with this one first. This is one that I found on eBay. Came up on my notifications on my followed searches, and when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, we're jumping on that right away because it is a Diamond Kings set need, packaged weirdly in one of those things. It's not even like one of the, what do you call them, one of the card savers at all, just a random type kind of a badge holder or something. But what came in there, this 1986 Donruss Diamond Kings, oh, there we go, of Willie McGee. McGee charges, I think, $25 to sign through Pass Pros. So when you can find one on eBay that's going to come out to about $13 and some change, including taxes and shipping, you jump on it. And so there you go. Got another one knocked out for the Diamond Kings set. Happy to get that one back. Or happy to get it in, I guess, is the case maybe, to find that one for that price. So, moving right along, let's go with the one here that's not anything to do with any of my sets. Postcard from Seattle, Washington. Initials on it are LW. And you probably know I don't really write a whole ton of basketball requests out there, because it's the sport that I probably collect the least out of the big 4. But once in a while, you find a Hall of Famer that's known for being with your local team there, as the Cavs were for me for the longest time. And so that's why you write to Lenny Wilkins. Great stuff back. I mean, look at that signature he still gives nowadays. I mean, how old is he? He was born in 1937, so you can do the math on there. He's what? That means he's well into his 80s there and still signing up a storm. Yeah. Awesome to get that one back. Very happy on that. Hall of Famer right there. You can't go wrong with that. Last one, St. Paul, Minnesota. The initials on it are JK. This is one that I paid for that's going to help me with my 72 set. And got a one of the all-time fan favorite set cards, and one that I had just for the hell of it to get done as well. That would be Mr. Jerry Koosman. 72 is beaten up a little bit, but it came out all right on the signature side. I mean, I bought it in kind of low condition anyway, because 72 high numbers are not cheap. And I mean, this one in a decent condition was selling for $40. So I'm like, yeah, found one for $10. It's a little bit off. I'm pretty happy with that. That's a great signature that he gives you there, too. It's looking shaky for a while. It's looking a lot better now, so very happy to see that. This is on the all-time fan favorites card right there. Good stuff there once again. And that same design is the original one from the 1969 set, his second-year card, and the first card that he had totally by himself, as of course his first one was with Nolan Ryan. So there you go. Jerry Koosman, 3 cards there. Took about maybe a week or 2 turnaround on that. $10 each is what he charges. So really happy to get all those back. 2 TTMs, a purchase. Yeah. Fun stuff. Thanks for tuning in once again. We'll hopefully have some more coming in from the week of St. Patrick's Day right after this. All right, it's Monday, March 14th. As my wife reminded me before going on, that's Pi Day, 3.14159265358979. That's as far as I can go. Yeah, 14 places, not bad. But got 2 TTMs here to show you. Also, went to a signing at a bookstore over in Fort Worth earlier today. Stefan Pastis, he is the cartoonist, writer, illustrator, all that kind of stuff. What is with the lights here? It's kind of getting dark and then suddenly light again, then dark and then light again, and it's weird. But anyways, so Stefan Pastis, he is the creator of the comic strip Pearls Before Swine. There we go. Let's see if I can move that pillow there. See if that helps. Anyways, he did a signing at a bookstore over in Fort Worth. A little video right here of him in action.
Oh, so it's that. Is this closer?
So I went ahead and bought a book there and had him sign that, and got right here, so I'll go ahead and show that off real quick. And he just signed a little drawing of Rat right on the inside cover there. Really happy to add that one. He's been one of my favorite cartoonists for quite a while now. We started reading the strip a lot in 2006, so been around a while now. He's been at this for like 20 years now and stuff, so really cool to finally get to meet him and everything. But yeah, so 2 TTMs here to talk about as well. There we go. So the first one I knew was coming in today. This is one that comes from the initials TJ from Las Vegas, Nevada. I believe this is an Astros prospect that I've got here from the Topps Heritage set. I believe it was going to be, I think it was Taylor Jones, if I remember correctly. Hope I'm getting that right. Yes, indeed, that is who we've got here. Taylor Jones on the trio rookies here. I just need to get Enoli Paredes and Blake Taylor on it as well, but There you go, Taylor Jones. So, good one there. One to knock out for the Heritage set. See what I can do on those other two guys. So, one that I did not know was coming in today is this one, which has the initials ML and no postmark on it. So, I really have no idea who this one is. So, we're all going to be surprised here. Don't remember how many MLs I've written to recently, but it's one that I've sent out probably in the last month or so. And we have here... this is Marty Lyons, former New York Jets defensive lineman. Signed all 3 cards that I sent him, so I'll show off these 2, because I also added the month that he signed it, so added with 322 on there as well, but there you go. I really want to get the Legends one here signed, because I love getting those Pro Set art cards from that 91 set signed, so there you go. Kind of a sort of a project I'm working on, not really, but, you know, if I come across them, I always like getting them done, so I trade for a few here and there, but yeah, good stuff there. A great way to start the week out there with an in-person outing and 2 coming in the mail. So hopefully it leads to more coming up later on this week. Hey, it's Tuesday the 15th. Bad news, no TTMs. Good news is I got a purchase in, though, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Bought one from this guy earlier in the week that you saw. I got from Bill Brooks. It was a... What was that? It was the 81, 82, no, 82, 83, 84, somewhere around there, the Jose de Jesus Diamond King. And so we posted up a few more, and I'm like, yeah, there's another one that I could use. So we worked out a deal on that. And so, as I get the tape ball off of here, I'll show you what I got for this one. Another Diamond Kings hit. Almost there. There we go. So it's from the 1990 set. Guy that I've tried, I missed out in, well, I got a different card signed by him in person because it was way before I ever started working on the Diamond Kings, and then tried to TTM him with no success, so I figured, you know what, screw it, we'll go ahead and buy it. Dan Gladden, 1990 Donruss right there on that one, so there you go. I'm up over 150 right now on the Diamond Kings. I think this puts me at 151, 152, something like that, so coming along on those. I mean, if I can get down to having less than 100 to go, say less than 100 to go after I come back from the National, I'll be in pretty good shape, I think. I mean, that's it's another thing where I figure, you know, I'm probably never going to complete it because there's a lot of big names in there, like Nolan Ryan is on 2 of them, Pete Rose is on 2, several dead guys, but go as far as I can. So there you go. Hopefully got some more coming right after this. Hey, everybody. It is St. Patrick's Day. I've got 2 items in the mail, one of which is a TTM, one of which is from a friend of mine, Sean Bates. I was not expecting this, so let's take a look at that one first. So with Sean, he's a fellow Corey Snyder collector, and I came across a little bit of a rarity and sent it to him that I had a double of, and guess he found some stuff to send back to me. So let's see what we've got here. This is pretty cool. Sends a note and says, Drew, I know you didn't ask for anything in return for that Corey Snyder, but I really appreciate it. Please enjoy these or use them in trade. Signed, Sean. And it looks like we've got some autographs here, so wow, cool. Definitely happy to see those. Let's see if we can get into here. There we go. Get the tape off of the protector there. So, yeah, it looks like I got some autographs. So we have here, nice one. This is from the Drake's Big Hitters set. It's Joe Sharma. It's a 1981 Drake's card right there. So I've never seen one of those before. It's the first time I got in my collection from that. So it's pretty cool. Happy to get that one. Also got a Yandy Diaz from the 2017 Topps Update set. There we go. Lighting's not the best right now. I'm trying to shoot this on my phone while I'm waiting for my computer to do a restart and some installations here. Oh, there we go. Starting to do some stuff. Also got a, see, there's going to be a 2017, I believe, Bowman Francisco Mejia. Very nice. I missed out on getting Mejia before he got traded from the Indians, so cool one to add in. And Yu Chang. Gotten Yu Chang in person in Columbus in 2018. Missed out on him at the Rangers ballpark last season when the Tribe was signing after the last game, but happy to add those ones in. So, hey, wow, big thanks there, Sean. I was definitely not expecting those, and definitely not needing anything in return there, but yeah, happy to get those. So, like I said, I've got a TTM here. This one is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. The initials on it are CC. I think this one is going to be a former Indian as well. We'll see if he signed all 4 that I sent. The Chad Curtis, former outfielder, former prison inmate as well. Let's see. I may have only sent 3 cards. No, okay. he kept the fourth one, the only Indians card in the group. I mentioned in there that I'm an Indians fan. I remember seeing him play with them. Signs the other 3 cards I sent, but kept the Indians card. So it's good to get a return from him and everything, but I would think after everything that he was involved in, he'd be trying to put on, a little bit of a goodwill tour of some sort, and, well, yeah, maybe not so much. So, anyways, there we go. So, got a unexpected trade, got a success there from an outfielder. Cool stuff. Hope we'll have some more coming up here on the late this week, this weekend, next week, all that, right after this. It's Friday the 18th. I got one back in the mail today, so we're going to take a look at that. Postmark from Oakland, California. The initials under EB, and I believe this is going to be a 1960s player in here. It's going to be Eddie Brassoud that is going to be in this envelope. And that is indeed who we got. So, I think at least I picked up one of these cards at a local card show, maybe 2 of them. I think, yeah, I grabbed the 2 from a card shop and then, or from the card show and 1 online. So, show you all 3 of them. Why not? So, there you go. Yeah, I think it was the 58 or 59 that would be, and the 61. I think I were card show grabs. And then the TCMA 60s card was a pickup from Sport Lots. So, there you go. Good way to finish out the working week. Still got stuff, hopefully, coming tomorrow and on into next week. So, there you go. Fun stuff. See you around. It's Tuesday, March 22nd. I have a large envelope here. This one, no postmark on it, but I know exactly who this is and basically where it came from. Not totally fully sealed, but hopefully everything's all right in there. At least clasped on the back. This is one that I mailed out to the great Sonny Siebert, former pitcher for the Indians, Red Sox, Cardinals, maybe a couple other teams in there as well. Sent him also $10 and also mentioned that, hey, yeah, I was hoping to see you at the National in 2014. Unfortunately, you were sick and unable to make it there, so yeah, hopefully you can sign these for me. And he did exactly that. He had there's the 8x10 that I printed up for him for the show. A Stin Tip blue signature on that. And also in addition for the 1972 set as well, signed in blue right across the top there. So there you go. I didn't have it come up on my informed delivery at all today, so didn't know it was coming in, but very happy to receive it right there. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more coming up right after this. Monday the 28th, been a slow few days at the mailbox. Got in, what, 1 was it last week, I think? And now, here we are another Monday. Unfortunately, this time I've got 3 items. 2 being purchases, 1 being a TTM. So we'll go through the purchases here first, since I know exactly what those are. First up, we have one that I bought on eBay. This was a set need for my Topps Heritage set. And, all right, good. Looks like just a couple cards around it there for extra protection, but yeah, I had somebody post up a couple of cards I needed. I found one on there for $5. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, and then I get to it, and it was already sold. Fortunately, I found this one for $10, though, at least, and I got Marco Gonzalez added to the Heritage Project, so happy to add that one in. There's a few others that have been up on eBay, but at ridiculously high price. I mean, we're talking like Jonah Heim for $25. That is insane. I'll gladly trade a couple of my minor league autographs with Jonah Heim to get the set card that I need, but couple extra cards in there, just random Diaz and Boat card in there. So, cool, whatever. Throw those in somewhere. So, there's our first one. We've got another eBay purchase right here from Sports Collectibles out of Janesville, Wisconsin, where I bought this one from, and Gesundheit. Bought this one before, kind of doing my homework on it, but it's also some cards I really wanted to get for a long time. And you'll see them here, you'll see why here in a moment. So, bad news is, I was going to send out a set of these to the guy in the set to get them signed, but it looks like he has stopped signing in the last about year to year and a half. So I'm just going to have to hope this guy starts signing again and see if he'll sign these ones, once he does. But you may remember the 1990 Pro Set was the first one that was the one that had Jeff George in it. And it was I think it was either their first or second one after, it was their second one overall, but it may have been their first one after being named the official card of the NFL. I don't know if that happened in '89 when they started up or 1990, but they wanted to make sure they had a card of Jeff George from to be able to hold up at the draft right after he got picked. because it was pretty clear that he was going to go number 1 overall. But they had a couple others there just in case. But the problem wasn't that the problem was they knew Jeff George was probably going number 1. They just didn't really know to what team he was going to be going to. So because of that, ProSet printed up cards of Jeff George with 3 different teams, and they also had one of Keith McCants, just in case McCants was taken in the top spot by the Falcons. And so, the Colts card, of course, he ended up going to the Colts, and this card ended up also making its way into packs occasionally there. But there you go. You see it there with the Colts logo on it, and shows him playing with Illinois. Back just has the random headshot there and all that, but it was made as card number 669 in the set. Well, to go along with that, so I bought 2 of these sets, by the way, I should say. They also made 2 cards, or they made a card of Keith McCants with the Falcons, just in case the Falcons held the number 1 spot and took McCants at number 1 overall. Also, just in case they held the spot and took George number 1 overall, ProSet put out these Jeff George cards with the Falcons as well. Of course, George went on to play for the Falcons about 4 or 5 years after that draft. And they also, in case the Patriots were to trade up to number 1 instead of the Colts, they did him with the Patriots. So, I was hoping to send off the 3 Jeff George cards to get those signed by him. Of course, McCants won't be able to get that one done. He died a couple of years ago, maybe about a year and a half, something like that. But I was hoping, all right, great, I can send off these ones to Jeff George, but it looks like he has stopped signing here in the last year to year and a half or so. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out and see when Jeff George starts signing again, see if I can get those 3 signed by him when he does. So there you go. Last one to check out is my TTM. This one's postmarked from San Diego, California. The initials on it are DB. And looking up on my spreadsheet, I think I know who this is going to be, but I'm not certain. We're going to find out. It's a guy who has been signing. Did he? He did indeed. That'll be Mr. Drew Brees. Signed both cards I sent. Super excited to get both those back. And yeah, sent to an address in New Orleans, but postmarked out of San Diego. So interesting thing there. I mean, that's, you know, the 2 teams he played for there, so 2 cities there. But yeah, super excited to get those there because, I mean, you're talking to a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame eventually. This is a guy who is a Super Bowl MVP to his credit. I mean, just one of the greatest quarterbacks of my time. Very happy to get those back. And yeah, there you go. So great day there. Great way to end the drought right there, too, is getting Drew Brees there. So thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have a couple more here before the end of the month. We're on the 28th. We've got, what, 29, 30, 31. So yeah, Thursday is the end of the month. We should have this posted up by Thursday afternoon, Friday, somewhere around there. So hopefully we'll have a couple more after this to finish this thing out. Tuesday the 29th, got a couple things to look at here. First one, a purchase I made on Sport Lots. These are going to be mostly turning right around and going back into the mail here very soon. If it's what I think it is, at least. Pretty sure it's a Sport Lots purchase. So back in August, I think it was, I mailed off to Vita Blue. Yeah, that's who we've got here. Purchase. So mailed off to Vita Blue, and it was with 4 cards, $40, and I never saw the damn cards again. And looking on sportscollectors.net, several collectors had that happen, where they mailed their cards and their money and haven't yet gotten a response. So I'm assuming a whole lot of stuff got lost in the mail somewhere. So I'm going to try again. And I'm going to just basically put in my letter, look, hey, Mr. Blue, mailed these off, $40, never got anything. Can you find it in your heart to sign these ones for me? Because I don't really have the ability to send another $40 and hopefully not, you know, be guaranteed to get anything back. So, see what happens here. Let's see here. So, a couple other set needs that I picked up as well, stuff that I'd mailed off and never got back. So, anyways, yeah, I grabbed extra copies of the 3 Vita Blue cards that I need for my sets. Grab an extra copy of one of them just in case I've got another one that has another order coming in that'll have the other 2 in there. The 2 Greg Sachs cards I mailed off and never got back for my Crisco racing set. A couple of the football sets I'm doing, so Bob Baumhauer, Clint Didier, and Joe Klecko. I mailed off Didier and Klecko and never got them back. A friend of mine has Baumhauer. I don't know if he still got it or not, though. I mean, it's been like several years since I sent it to him. He was hoping he might see him in Alabama and never did. But so at the very least, those Vita Blues are going to be heading for the mailbox here soon. I'm just waiting on that other shipment to come in that has the 72 in it. Excuse me. One TTM here to talk about as well. This one's going back a ways. It's I'm mean, I don't really use the forever stamps very often there, but this one has a forever stamp on it there, and or at least I should say the roll forever stamps. Usually, if I get them out of the machine there. But this one's postmarked from Northern Virginia. The initials are PS, it appears. I think this is going to be former Mets, Reds, Astros, a couple other teams, probably pitcher Pete Shurek, thinking here. And if it is, this is one that I mailed off in, I think, June of 2020, so it's been out for a long time. And yeah, Pete Shurek is indeed who we've got here. Show off two of these here. Got the 91 Fleer update and the 1996 Reds Cons Hot Dogs team set. I always like that one there. I always love getting like oddball team sets signed, and have their 96, and I think their 2001 set, something like that, 2001, 02, 03, somewhere around there, but got a few cards signed from each of those, so there you go, another one to add from the 96, and yeah, so good stuff. Yeah, 4 cards total out of Shurek in that one, so really happy to get those ones back here. I think I just sent the 4 there, so that's pretty good. So, there you go. Coming up on the end of March, might have a couple more days worth coming up right after this. Hopefully, if not, we'll do a month wrap-up here to follow this up. Thursday, March 31st, and fortunately, ending out the month on a high note. I've got 2 TTMs here. I only knew about one of these, so one of these is going to be a total surprise to me. In fact, it's not even postmarked, so I don't even know where to begin on it, but the initials I have written on it are BB, so go ahead and take a look and see what we've got in here. Feels like maybe 1 or 2 cards. And BB in this case is Billy Bean. Wow, that's one I mailed out a long time ago. I think maybe back in 2010, or not 2010, 2020 or so, I think. But there you go. Signed all 3 cards that I sent. There you go. Really happy to get those ones back. That's one that I had mailed out and kind of took a flyer on because he hadn't signed in a while. And you know what? We'll go for it. So, hey, glad to get that one back. So, moving on to this one. MR from Orlando, Florida. Even wrote photo, do not bend on the envelope there. But this is from a private signing that I sent off to. MR, in this case, is Mr. Mickey Rivers. Got 2 cards I needed for some sets. And the guy who's running it even sent me photos and said, here you go, they're coming your way. And wow, those did come out looking great. But there you go. Both my set cards there for the Topps Fan Favorites releases. Very nice looking signature there out of Mr. Rivers. So, there you go. Finally knocked out all of my Mickey Rivers needs. I got them in for the 72 sets, or 72 set card in a trade a while back, or a purchase, something like that, about a year ago. So finally got these 2 done, and I am all set on him. So happy to get all those in to finish out this month, and there you have it. Another month in the books. Inching our way closer to the National. If you haven't been watching, they have started to announce who their autograph guests are going to be. First 2 paid ticketed guests that they have announced so far, Dan Marino and David Ortiz. Neither one of those guys ones that I'll be getting because it's not one of the VIP party ones or anything. But as soon as they announce the VIP party ones, though, I'm going to have that info right here as well. Getting the schedule all figured out for the trip that I'm doing with Aaron. I'll have info on it here. Probably going to try to do a video from it every single day if I can, if I have time for it and everything like that. But I think I can pull it off. I hope I can at least. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Another month down, and make sure you're checking out sportscardforum.com for all of your address needs. Really, all things collectibles you can find out about there. So they've got a whole lot of really great stuff there. Totally free to join, sportscardforum.com. Sportscollectors.net, also very good for it, $15 a year. All the addresses that I typically use tend to come from there, so check them out as well. And of course, if you like podcasts, tune into TTM Cast. I co-host that with Jeff Baker. We've got a episode usually every Sunday morning is when it tends to get posted. A couple great ones coming up here in the next few weeks. And of course, we've got our radio show, Sports Collectors Club. There you go, on the Sports Map Radio Network. You can find affiliates for it all over the country. Hopefully there's one in your area. And if there's not, tune in on the Sports Map Radio app or listen in at sportscollectorsclub.com. So once again, thanks for tuning in here, and we'll hopefully have a whole lot more to talk about as April gets underway. Going to start doing some in-person graphing here pretty soon with the Frisco Rough Riders getting their roster out. So we'll see you around. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button down there. Hit the little bell thing, get the notifications, all that fun stuff. We'll see you around.